Hello students, today in our grammar class we will learn use of apostrophe 2, that is part 2. In our part 1 we have learned what is possessive case, yes or no, and where we can use apostrophe, okay. But today we will learn some rules of where more we can use the apostrophe and how we can use the apostrophe, okay. So let us begin. Use of apostrophe with possessive case of noun. So, for a noun of singular number, the possessive case is formed by adding s after the apostrophe at the end of a noun. Okay, that means what? For a noun of a singular number. So, I hope you know, everyone know what is singular or plural number. Yes or no? So, for a noun of singular number, if the noun is in singular form, the possessive case can be formed. Okay, the possessive case of that noun can be formed by adding s, okay, after the apostrophe at the end of a noun. So let us check with some examples. Radha's dress is new. Okay, now Radha here is singular number or singular noun, you can see. Okay, so in this case we have to make this Radha possessive in possessive case. That means possessive means what I have told you in your last class, that possessive means a sense of belongingness, possessing something. Okay, so here what is Radha possessing? Radha is possessing a dress. Okay, in the sentence it is shown the possessiveness is about a dress. Okay, so in this sentence Radha is a singular noun and we can make this sentence as in possessive case. How we can change this in possessive cases? By adding s after the apostrophe at the end. That means we directly cannot write that Radhas. Okay, we directly cannot write Radhas. We have to put an apostrophe. Okay, we have to put an apostrophe before the s, okay, at the end of a noun. Radha's dress is new. Okay, here it is a singular noun and we have to put a apostrophe at the end of the noun. Okay, we have to add an s after the apostrophe, and we have to use first of all apostrophe, then after that we have to write an s at the end of the noun, that is Radha. Okay, so by doing this the sentence is becoming a possessive one and it is showing a possessiveness of a dress which is new. Okay, so Radha's dress is new. Let's come with the second example. Boys' shoes were expensive. Here again we are making this boy, B-O-Y, boy, is in singular noun. Okay, and we are making it in possessive case by adding what? By doing what? By adding a s after the apostrophe at the end of the noun. So noun here is a boy, yes or no? So here in this sentence boy is the noun which is in singular number and we are making it in possessive form. So what we are doing, that we are writing boy, okay, and we are writing apostrophe s. Okay, we are writing s after the apostrophe, okay, at the end of this noun. Okay, so and it is now in possessive case, and what it is belonging or what it is possessing? It is possessing what? Shoes. Okay students, now comes with the second rule. For a noun of plural number, okay, now comes in plural number. In the first rule we were learning about singular noun. In the second rule we will learn about plural noun or plural number of noun. The possessive case can be formed by adding what? S before the apostrophe. In the first rule we have learned that we can form the possessive case by adding s after the apostrophe. Yes or no? But in case of plural number of noun, we can form the possessive case by adding s before the apostrophe mark at the end of the noun. Okay, so let us check with some examples. Rooms wall are painted. Okay, so here rooms is in plural form. Okay, and we are making this in possessive case by adding s before the apostrophe. You can see here this is the apostrophe mark, yes or no, and before this apostrophe we are using s at the end of this room's noun. Okay, and now after making it in possessive case, we can see that it is possessing something. The rooms are possessing something. What are they possessing? Wall. Okay, so room's wall are painted. We had made this sentence, or we can say we had made this plural form of noun into a possessive case. Okay, by adding s where before the apostrophe at the end of the noun. Okay, now in the second example, boys. Again, see, in the first rule we have learned boy, we have learned a sentence in the singular number which was boys. Yes or no? Again here we are learning boys, but in the first rule what happened? We were looking for making the singular number into a possessive form. Yes or no? We were making a singular number into a possessive form, but here we will make the plural form of noun into a possessive case. Okay, so here boys is written, sorry, here boys is written, and the s is written here after the, sorry, before the apostrophe at the end of the noun. Yes or no? So this boys is in plural form. Okay, it is already in plural form. We are making it a possessive case. We are forming a possessive case. How? By putting an s before the apostrophe mark, or we can say that we by putting an apostrophe mark after the s at the end of the noun. Okay, clear? Now comes to the third rule. For a noun of plural number, again for a noun of plural number, okay, which does not have s at its end position. See, in the second rule we have learned that there was an s. Yes or no? There was an s after the noun, but here there is a difference, little bit difference, that is, here again we are learning about plural form of noun, but in this case what will happen, that there will be no s at the end position of the noun. Okay, in such a case, how can we form the possessive case? The possessive case can be formed by adding an apostrophe and s at the end. How? Let's see. So in the case of a noun of plural number, okay, where we do not have an s, it is plural but we don't have s. Okay, in that position we can form its possessive case by adding an apostrophe and s. Apostrophe and s, that means first comes apostrophe, then comes the s in the end. Let's see. Oxen's horns are wounded. Okay, oxen. So oxen itself is in plural form. We don't need s in oxen. Yes or no? Ox, oxen. Remember this difference? Ox is for what? Singular, and oxen is for plural. Okay, oxen's horns are wounded. So when there is no s at the end of this noun, of a noun that is in plural form, okay, when there is no s, then we can make it in possessive case. We can form the possessive case by adding an apostrophe mark, and after that we have to put an s at the end of the plural number of noun. Okay, so it will become oxen's horns are wounded. So what is this oxen possessing? Oxen are possessing what? Horns. So it is now here in possessive case. Oxen horns are wounded. If we say like that, oxen horns are wounded, so it will look like something is missing there. So no, something is odd. That is why we are making this oxen into a possessive case by putting an what? Apostrophe and then an s in the end of the noun. Okay. Similarly, the second example, we went to the children's park. Children itself is in plural form. Yes or no? We don't need s. But in order to make into a possessive case, in order to form into a possessive case, we are putting an apostrophe mark and then this s, okay, at the end of the noun, which is in plural form. So we went to the children's park. Okay, students, clear with this third rule? Now comes the fourth rule. For a noun, especially the one used as title, Okay, for a noun, especially that type of noun which is used as a title, which consists of several words. That means for a noun which is specially used as a title, but it consists of, it have several words. In such a noun, for such a noun, the possessive case can be formed by adding what? Apostrophe and s in the end. Okay, let's check. The Governor of India's signature is always printed on currency notes. Okay, the first example is that the Governor of India. This is the title. Yes or no? The Governor of India. We write in this way. We directly do not write the name, but we write the title. Okay, this is the noun that is used as a title, but it is consisting of several words. In this case, the possessive case can be formed. What it is possessing? It is saying about its signature. Yes or no? The Governor of India's signature is always printed on currency notes. That means what? The Governor of India is possessing its signature, and that signature is always printed on the currency notes. So in this case, what we can do to make it in a possessive case? The possessive case can be formed by putting an apostrophe mark and then s, and now it is becoming a possessive form. Okay, now let's take to the second example. The President of USA. We write in this way, yes or no? The President of USA's speech on terrorism left its impact on people. Okay, it is possessing, it is showing about its his speech. So it is also the same noun which is used like a title. Okay, and it is consisting of several words. You can see the President of USA is consisting several words, and the possessive case in this sentence can be, in this noun can be formed by using what? Apostrophe and then s. Okay, the President of USA's speech on terrorism left its impact on people. Okay, so I hope you are clear with these 4 rules. First one we have learned that what? First one is for a noun of singular number. Okay, the possessive case can be formed by adding s after the apostrophe. Okay, at the end of the noun. Next, for a noun of plural number, the possessive case is formed by adding s before the apostrophe at the end of the noun. Again, in case of a plural number of noun where we do not have or do not use s at the end of the noun, what will happen? The possessive case can be formed by adding an apostrophe and after that an s in the end. And the fourth rule is for a noun, especially such type of noun which are used as title and it consists of several words, the possessive case is formed by adding an apostrophe mark and after that a s in the end of that noun. Okay, now the fifth rule, for the nouns which are connected with a conjunction and, okay, the possessive case is formed by adding an apostrophe and s at the end of the second noun. Okay, for the nouns, that means there are 2 nouns. Remember, okay, keep in mind 2 nouns, but they are connected in a sentence with the help of what? This conjunction and. They are connected with the help of a conjunction, that is and. So in that case, the possessive case is formed how? By adding an apostrophe, then s, but it will be at the end of the what? Second noun, not the first noun. Let us go with some examples. Okay, students. Manu and Sonam's parents attended the PTA meeting. So what is PTA? Parent teacher meeting, yes or no? So Manu and Sonam's parents, that means here 2 nouns are used, that is Manu and then Sonam, yes or no? Manu and Sonam, but these 2 nouns, this noun and this noun are connected with what? This conjunction and, yes or no? In such a case, what will happen? the possessive case will be formed with the help of a what? An apostrophe mark and an s at the end of the second noun. This is the second noun, yes or no? This is the second noun. So in such a case, we can make the possessive case. We can form the possessive case by adding apostrophe and s after the second noun. Okay. Let's come to the second example. Mr. Sharma and Mr. Das's offices are in the same building. Okay. That means here Mr. Sharma is one noun. This one is Mr. Das's second noun. Okay. First noun and second noun. And here these two nouns are connected with and conjunction. Yes or no? And so what happens? We can form the possessive noun in this case by putting an apostrophe mark and then an s in the end of the second noun. Okay, in this way we can form the possessive case. So okay students, I hope you are clear with the 5 rules that we have learned today. So the first rule was about a singular form of noun. Okay, so where we can put the apostrophe and then an s after the or at the end of the noun. The second rule was about what? The second rule was about the plural form of noun where we can put an apostrophe where after the s, or you can say that we have to put s after the apostrophe, before the apostrophe mark. Then the third case, we were again learning about the plural form of noun, and we can where we do not have or we do not use s at the end of the noun. In such a case we can form the possessive case by putting an apostrophe and s at the end of the noun. Okay, and in the fourth case what happens? We were talking about such type of nouns that are especially used as a title, okay, and consist of several words. In such a case we can form the possessive case by using an apostrophe and after that an s at the end of the noun. And in the last rule we have learned that about two nouns, okay, about two nouns which are connected with and conjunction, and in such a case the possessive case can be formed by putting an apostrophe s at the end of the second noun. Okay, so thank you students for today's class.